Before Dr. Anthony Fauci became one of the most recognizable figures in America, he was delivering prescriptions on a bicycle from this little building right here in Brooklyn. And whether you love him, hate him, or fall somewhere in between, there's no denying Anthony Fauci became one of the most consequential and controversial figures in modern American medicine. But his story started right here. On the corner of 13th Avenue and 83rd Street was the since remodeled Fauci Pharmacy. His father, Stephen Fauci, was the pharmacist. His mother and sister worked at the register. And young Anthony, he made deliveries around the neighborhood on his bicycle. And they didn't just work there. The Fauci family lived in the apartment above the pharmacy. And of all the buildings on this block, the only one that maintains the same architecture as it did back then is this one, 4 doors down. Fauci was born in Brooklyn in 1940 and grew up right here in this working-class Italian-American neighborhood before attending Regis High School in Manhattan and eventually becoming a physician. Decades later, he would advise 7 US presidents, beginning with Ronald Reagan, and become a household name during the COVID-19 pandemic. And maybe part of the reason I find this story so interesting is that I was born here too, just a few blocks away. Different generation, obviously, but the same working-class Italian-American neighborhood of Brooklyn. There's something fascinating to me about knowing before Washington, before the White House, before almost anyone outside this neighborhood knew the name Anthony Fauci, he was just a Brooklyn kid riding his bike through these streets, delivering prescriptions. And whether history ultimately remembers Anthony Fauci as a hero, a villain, or something somewhere in between, it's pretty remarkable to think that his road to history began on a bicycle right here on 13th Avenue.